All right, shalom, shalom. All right, we in there. All right, Lord's will, everything is clear. All right. Quick lesson through the spirit. All right. All right, shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right. And all you sincere believers in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. I'm back at you with another lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right. And I just wanted to briefly touch on the noisome and grievous sore, okay, that's written about in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, in verse 2. All right. Because ultimately, this is the wrath and the judgment upon those who take the charagma. Okay. The charagma is going to bring forth an infection. Okay. Basically, cancer. All right. As Elder Apostle Tahar brought out in one of his recent lessons, he made mention of the point of pretty much the holy angels are going to activate, the mechanism, and the lack of better words, the mechanism which is within this device. All right. This digital insertion that goes under the skin, and it's going to bring forth that infection. Okay. It's going to bring forth that cancer. You see that? This is the judgment. This is the wrath and judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai against those that rebel and take this thing. All right. Because remember, the Crown 99, okay, was like the prelude, if you will. It was the primer. All right. All that nanotech that's floating around in people's bodies, the graphene oxide, all that different stuff that's being revealed by these doctors and these alternative news resources that are letting you know pretty much the stuff that was inside of that juice pack. All right. So this is the judgment. This is serious, man. All right. Like I always say, these prophecies will not be ignored. All right. Because right now, the topic of the digital device that goes under the skin, I should say. All right. It's a heavy topic right now, because right now, as we're between Jacob's trouble, World War III, the nuclear missiles being launched. All right. We know one thing. First and foremost, we know the main thing that has to happen is the mandatory the mandatory push of the device. All right. We know that has to happen before anything really takes off. That Esau has to pretty much mandate this thing, man. So we see it coming. All right. And just land backing off the video that the brother Yashalam put up, GMS Watchman 3. Now I believe they took this video down, if I'm not mistaken. All right. But he had this video basically went viral. And it was an actual Edomite that took the thing, and at the injection site, he had a grievous sore. All right, as you can see in the video here. All right, like I said, I believe the video is no longer up on the channel. All right, because as soon as you go into this thing, Esau he's gunning. All right, but the video got out there. All right, so pretty much, let's go into the scripture here. Like I said, this is going to be a quick lesson. Like I said, I just wanted to just to briefly speak on this. Okay. And I'm gonna get more into it. All right, but let's get the scripture first. Okay, this is this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16. All right, Shalaki, bear with me 1 second. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, in verse 1. Okay. And it reads, it says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of wrath of Yahweh Shem Shah upon the earth." All right. So these angels were given charge to bring forth the Lord's wrath and indignation. All right. Just like when you read in Revelation, the 7th chapter, you had the four angels that were on the four winds of heaven. And what were they doing? They were holding back the wind. All right. The judgment, the destruction. Until what? Until the elect to the elect be sealed in their foreheads. Right. So they were given the power to bring forth the judgment of the Lord. Okay. Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." All right. So the judgment was a noisome and grievous sore. Right. Let's go into that word sore. Okay. A noisome and grievous sore fell upon them who had received the mark and worshipped his image. All right. This is the word for sore.
Strong's G 1668, Helkos. Helkos.
Okay, for that word sore. And it says what? A wound, especially a wound producing discharge, pus. All right, that's an infection. Okay, a sore, an ulcer. All right, so as you've been seeing in the imagery, right? The noisome and grievous sores. All right, going back to what the brother brought out. All right, in this video, I would have played the video, but the brother in the video, you know what I'm saying, for YouTube purposes, you brothers know what I'm talking about. You know, he was going in, but I just wanted to show you the imagery. So right at the injection site, all right, this man had a sore, a grievous sore. Now, as the elder was saying, right, let's pull this up. Now, this article, they took it down, but it's back up now. All right. And what's so crazy, right? Before I read it, okay, as you can read for yourself, medical, you know what, for people may cause cancer. All right. Now, you see they don't have the image on the right of the actual device like it has in the original image. All right. And they took out, it was a little heading right under here, but I'm going to read the original. All right. I'll post both. I'll post this article in the description at the end, but I'm going to read the original. Okay. Because they had took this article down, but it's back up all of a sudden and it's changed. Right. But it's from 2007. So let me go to the original. I did a video on it, so I'm just going to play it on mute. All right. But pretty much this came out back in 2007. And the point that I was making about Elder Apostle Tahar, like he said that the angels are going to activate whatever, you know, that's going on inside this device here. All right. That's going to pretty much give cancer. It's going to produce that cancer, that infection. Okay. That's what's going to cause that noisome and grievous sore in the rebellious people who took the thing. Okay. So reading, it says, this is from the cancer section on NBC News. This came out 2007. Okay. It says medical, you know what, for people may cause cancer. It says company didn't tell public of decade-old studies tying device to rat tumors. See? Now let's read on a little bit here. All right. Go down a little bit. Like I said, the article, as you can see, let's go to the new article. You see, they changed it. You know, they don't have the picture there, none of that. You know, but reading the article some more here. It says, when the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved implanting the device in humans, the manufacturer said it would save lives, letting doctors scan the tiny transponders to access patients medical records almost instantly. All right. And see, that's going to happen because everything is being linked up to this CBDC. Okay, your bank, your financial institutions, your medical records, your insurance, your health profile is all going to be tied to this technology, I should say, right? So it says letting doctors scan the tiny transponders to access patients' medical records almost instantly. The FDA found, quote unquote, reasonable assurance the device was safe. A sub-agency called it one of 2005's top innovative technologies, right? It says, but neither the company nor the regulators publicly mentioned this. A series of veterinary and toxicology studies dating to the mid-1990s stated that the C-hips implants had induced, how you say that word, malignant tumors? Salaki, I'm beating that word up. Malignant tumors. It says in some lab mice and rats. All right. So you have certain lab mice and rats that were growing tumors, malignant tumors in their bodies due to the thing. All right. Reading on. Okay. Bear with me. Go down a little bit more. All right. So reading on. Quote, the transponders were the cause of the tumors. All right. The transponders is talking about the CHIP. So it says the transponders were the cause of the tumors, said Keith Johnson, a retired toxicologic pathologist. It's a tongue twister there. Explaining in a phone interview the findings of a 1996 study he led at the Dow Chemical Company in Midland, Michigan. Leading cancer specialists reviewed the research for the Associated Press, and while cautioning that animal test results do not necessarily apply to humans, said the findings troubled them. Some said they would not allow family members to receive the thing, and all urged further research before the glass-encased transponders are widely implanted in people. You see? So there was some hesitancy there. All right. There was research that dated back into the early 90s that this device was going to cause cancer. It was going to cause that infection, if you will, as we read in that definition of sore. All right. Under Revelation 16:2. A noisome and grievous sore fell upon them that took the thing. It says a wound, especially a wound producing discharge, pus. And that happens of a way of an infection, man. All right. We're going to get more into it. All right. A sore, an ulcer. Right. Let's read a little bit more. All right. These are the glass. They call them glass encased transponders. Right. Because within that glass. All right. Bear with me 1 second. Let's pull it up. All right. Let's pull up some imagery real quick. Okay, you see? So as you can see, it's a glass encased transponder, as they called it. And within the mechanics and the wiring of it, all right, you're going to be like a walking Wi-Fi, man. So that's like hella radiation that's going to be emitting through your body, which is going to cause, all right, the infection is going to cause the cancer. All right, here we go. That's what I was looking for right here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Blog has been removed. That's cool. That's cool because I could pull it up like this. Boom. Right? So, as I was just going into, all right, you see the imagery of it, right? They call it the glass encased transponder, all right? So it says, just reading it, it says it's about the size of a grain of rice, All right, there you go. Make it bigger. Boom. It says tissue bonding cap, a cap made from special plastic covers and hermetically sealed glass capsule containing the circuitry. The plastic is designed to bond with human tissue and prevent the capsule from moving around once it has been put in. All right. It says antenna. The coils of the antenna turn the reader's varying magnetic field into the current power of the CHIP. The coil is coupled to a capacitor to form a circuit that resonates at 134 kilohertz. All right. It says, right, because pretty much your forehead, where your pineal gland sits, where your spirit sits at, and your right, basically your right side, your right arm carries the most electric currents through your body, which is going to power up this thing. Right. You're literally going to be a walking Wi-Fi, if you will, man. And that's why I said that the Crown 99 was like the primer. All right. That nanotech. All right. That's floating inside these people's bodies. Right. I'm going to read a little bit more and go back to my point. It says the IDCHIP. It says the CHIP modulates the amplitude of the current going through the antenna to continuously repeat a 128-bit signal. The bits are represented by a change in amplitude, low to high or high to low. As analysis, Jonathan Westhughes of Cambridge, Massachusetts, indicated that only 32 of the bits vary between any of the two very CHIPs. The rest of the bits probably tell the reader the loop starts and may also contain some error checking and correction data. All right, so yeah, there you have it, man. All right, so let's finish it out and let's get back to the point. Okay. So last paragraph here, it says, to date, about 2,000 of the so-called radio frequency identification, which is known as the RF, devices has been implanted in humans worldwide. All right. So remember, this article is back from 2007, and they were already doing studies in the early 90s. All right. Which our elders and apostles have been prophesying that in the end, that the CHIP would be the charagma, man. All right. The digital currency that we're seeing being pushed right now. All right. So it says, finish it out. It says, according to the very CHIP Corporation, the company which sees a target market of 45 million Americans for its medical monitoring CHIPs. All right. Medical monitoring. Okay. I did a lesson earlier going into the fact that through this thing, all your financial actions, transactions, purchases, all right, your things that go on internally is all going to be monitored. It's going to be controlled. It's going to be manipulated. Remember, RT did a video, which I reposted on my channels, going into pretty much on how the device can be hacked. That was the whole essence of the movie Implanted. For those who haven't seen that movie is crazy, right? Pretty much the Edomite woman got taken over by Siri, right? Siri was inside her fucking head, jacking her ass up, all right? And Siri was talking shit like, look, you under my control now. You do what I said. Well, you do what I tell you to do, man. And that's pretty much how Esau's going to do those that take it, right? But it says, insist the devices are safe and does not, and as it does, parent company Applied Digital Solutions, Delray Beach, Florida, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's the point. So let's move on, all right? So there's the current article that they updated, right? Now, here's where it gets heavy. Check this out. All right, let me make this bigger too. Because remember, we just read that in Revelation 16 in verse 2, that a noisome and grievous sore fell upon them, which had the thing. All right. Now, I'm trying to make this bigger. Bear with me. All right. So it says here, flashback. Very CHIP the digital device that goes under the skin, cause fast-growing malignant tumors in lab animals. Right, and here's the imagery. I'm actually going to pull this image up and read the information on it. But it says back in 2007, September 9th, it says press will issue a breaking story this weekend revealing that the thing have induced cancer in laboratory animals, dogs, says privacy expert and longtime very CHIP opponent, Dr. Catherine Albrecht. It says, as in the AP will report, a series of research articles spanning more than a decade found that mice and rats injected with glass encapsulated transponders develop malignant, fast-growing, lethal cancers in up to 1% to 10% of cases. The tumors originated in the tissue surrounding the things. All right. So at the site where the thing was injected, all right, tumors begin to develop. That's that infection, man. Right? It says tumors originated in the tissue surrounding the things and often grew to completely surround the devices, the researchers said. So yeah, so it said that the tumors completely surrounded the spot where the thing was injected at. Right? Just like Elder Apostle Hart said, man. Those who get it, that the Lord is going to use the angels to activate pretty much the infection. All right? A noisome and grievous sore came upon the men which had the thing. Right? Let's read some more. All right. It says Albrecht first became aware of the digital device cancer link when she and her SPY CHIPS co-author Liz McIntyre were contacted by a pet owner whose dog had died from a CHIP induced tumor. Ooh, you see? It says Albrecht then found medical studies showing a causal link between the digital device implants and cancer in other animals. Before she brought the research to the AP's attention, the studies had somehow escaped public notice. All right, yeah, because Esau suppression information. All right. Now, before I get some more scriptures, I want to bring out one more thing to add on to this point, because I actually have this picture here. Let's pull it up. All right, Lord willing, it's clear, and you can see it. All right. Same picture. All right. So here it is on the side. It says subcutaneous digital device associated tumors in B6C3F mice, a retrospective study to attempt to determine their histogenesis. All right. Experimental and toxicologic pathology, 2006. Right. So here it is. So as we read at the injection site, wherever the encapsulated glass transponder was put at, tumors begin to grow right around it. All right. Here it is. It was cut out of a rat or a mouse. It says most animals with the thing. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Salakia. Hold on, bear with me. All right, there we go. So it says most of the animals with the thing associated tumors died prematurely due to the size of the masses, or the deaths were spontaneous, attributed to the masses, to the tumors. It says one of the most potentially serious disadvantages of the digital device implantation is the possibility that the foreign body induced tumors may develop. You see? It says the digital devices were implanted into 1,260 experimental mice for the identification purposes. 2 years later, 4.1% of the mice had developed malignant cancerous tumors at the site of the digital device implantation. it says the cancers were directly attributed to the digital device. In one subgroup, the cancer rate among the Karagmat mice was 6.2%. All right. So this is all research and studies that Esau has kept suppressed. The information is out there, man. All right. So all you dummies out there, all right, that take this thing, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to suffer the wrath and judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai. Hey, we can't make this thing any more plain than it's being made, man. All right. Bottom line, man. So you can continue, all you niggas that want to argue and go back and forth and play semantics and push forward gray areas to the congregation. The Lord is going to destroy your ass. This thing is clear cut, black and white, man. Right. So let's get this. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, or Sirach chapter 11 and verse 33. And it reads, Sirach 11 and 33, it says, take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness. And who's the mischievous man? Esau. For he worketh wickedness. All right. Everything that was brought out in these studies and this research dealing with the charagma and the tumors and the affection and things that it causes. All right. This is all wickedness, man. And they knew about it, as we read in the article earlier. Going back real quick. All right. There was a decade of studies prior to this article coming out, proving that, this stuff causes cancer in people, in animals too. All right. The thing. Sirach 11 and 33, take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. And that's what he's trying to do. Okay. Because once you're connected to this beast, right, if you will, through this nanotechnology, right, you have been completely cut off from the power. Right? Pursuing to Psalm 62. Let's get that real quick. That's the goal. That's the main purpose of this technology. Psalm 62 and verse 4. And it reads, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They want to cut you off from the power. They want to cast you down from your excellency, man. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. There you go. That's the mindset of Esau. Okay. And that's why the Lord said, if you take it, we're going to get Revelation 14 in the end, which is self-explanatory. So lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. All right. Let's bring this out. As I brought out before, he plans to bring you into a perpetual blot. All right. This is out of BibleStudyTools.com, the word blot. And this is what it means. Okay. It says the King James Version, it is used figuratively of a moral defect. Okay. It says, reading on, it says, blot out, makah, quote unquote, to wipe out. All right. Exlefo, to smear out, to obliterate or destroy. All right. And that's what's going to happen when you take the device. Okay. That a tribe be not blotted out. King James Version, destroyed. All right. It says to blot men it says to blot men out of God's book and to cut them off by an untimely death. See that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to cut you off from receiving salvation. All right. Because once you take it, you belong to the devil. You belong to him. Your spirit is now your soul now belongs to him, because he has access through the technology to control you, to bring you to that perpetual blot, man. You see? Isaiah 36 and 6, and it reads, it says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. You see that? Man. Because the trust in Pharaoh, all right, the modern day Pharaoh, which is Esau, and this modern day Egypt, and this spiritual Egypt, your trust in Pharaoh is going to fail you. Okay? It's going to lead you to that what? To that shame and confusion. Okay? This is the ultimate snare to destroy all those that submit and take this thing, man. As we read in Revelation 16:2, a noisome and grievous sore fell upon the men that have taken the mark and worship this image. Okay, let's read that in NLT. All right, Isaiah 36 NLT, it says, on Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, Isaiah 36 in verse 6 NLT, it says, on Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed that splinters beneath your weight and pierces your hand. Spiritual. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is completely unreliable. Yeah. As it tells you in what, Job 13? Okay, these devils are physicians of no value, man. All right. This technology is a snare, a trap to destroy you, man. Okay. Keep following these other niggas if you want to, man. Keep believing in that bullshit, man. We got the truth. Okay. Started with the leadership, our apostles and elders who have been warning you prior to 2007 about this coming revelation, man. This prophecy that's being shown right before our faces, man. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's here, man. So what choice you gonna make? Right? Revelation 14 and verse 9. Doom for worshipers of the beast. Revelation 14 and 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his forehand, right? It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lamb. So like in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So yeah, there's no repentance for taking this thing, IUIC. Okay? You can't repent. Those who take it are going to be destroyed. Okay? It says, verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Okay, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, so it is what it is, man. This is what's going to cause those grievous sores, the infection, the cancer. All right, all the research is out there. All right, the medical research, the analysis, all that stuff is out there, proving that the scriptures is true. Okay, so that's pretty much the point. All right, Lord's will, you were edified. All right, in this quick lesson. All right, it's clear. There's no other arguments you can make. There's no gray areas. No how you say the word ambiguity, right? It's straightforward. Okay, like I said, and you brothers and sisters out there that haven't seen that movie Implanted, go watch it. Go watch that movie. Esau pretty much lays it out on what's going to happen for those who take it, man. All right. Esau was tapped into niggas' brains. All right. You had Siri talking to people, man, controlling their bodily functions, their minds, their thoughts, dreams, able to shut your organs and your heart down, slow your breathing down, kill you, bug you out, man. Okay. This technology is sinister, man. Right. So, hey, man, that's enough talking, man. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, straight to the point. All right. Hope you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Hey, shalom to you, brothers. Shalom.